On today's episode of Fixing Up the American Girl Doll with No Hand, we're going to be doing an eye swap. So in order to do an eye swap, I need to get Tinny's head off of her body, which brings me great joy. Tinny actually has a zip tie around her neck instead of neck strings, which is super annoying. So I had to cut into the seam on her neck and then find a way to clip the zip tie. American Girl has been doing this since 2017, doing zip ties instead of strings, and it makes customizing a little bit more annoying. But I'll go back in and add a string to her body later, but for now, we got her head. I actually haven't done an eye swap in like 2 years, and the last time I did one, it didn't go super great. So I had to look up some tutorials and watch some videos, but I think I got it. But if you want like a really good eye swapping tutorial, I don't recommend following my method. So the first thing I did was fill up a measuring cup full of water, and then I heated it up in the microwave. You want to get it hot enough to where you could like make tea with it, but not boiling. I think I ended up putting it in the microwave for around 3 minutes, and that was pretty good. Really, you want to put the doll's head into a bowl, but all I had was a pot, but you pour the water into the doll's head, then cover the doll's head and wait about 2 to 3 minutes. After that amount of time, the head should be squishy enough. You just pour the water out, and then you take a wooden spoon or dowel or something, and you just push the eyes out. I realized the head wasn't squishy enough, and then I decided to do Tinny first, because if I mess her up, I'm not going to be upset about it. So you can see I used my kitten food to cover Tinny's head with, which was great. And then I seem to have gotten the water hot enough at this point, so I poured the water out and I got to work pushing Tinny's eyes out. Tinny's eyes came out really easily. I don't know what was going on, but as you can see, they just kind of pop out. But I got her eyes out in like a minute. It was so easy. I was so excited. I did actually end up damaging one of Tinny's eyes by accident. It wouldn't close all the way, but I actually ended up fixing it, so we're good. I cleaned the eyes up off camera, and now we're gonna move on to the star of the show. For some reason, she was being really difficult. I could not get her eyes out. I actually had to get my boyfriend to do it, and he got it super easily, so that was offensive. But here she is, no eyes, looking like my Halloween decorations. But now to put the eyes in. To put the new eyes in, you just put the hot water back into the doll's head, and you literally push them in. Yes! It takes a while, it's not fun, and it's actually really easy to damage the doll doing this. But it must be done, and it's the only way to put the eyes back in. After I got the eyes in, I'm using a cuticle pusher, literally just on a pair of nail clippers, and some tweezers to maneuver the eyes to make them straight. But here she is, she's looking so cute, the eyes look so good, they cleaned up really, really well. So I think I'll be able to finish her in the next part.